This one's been heavily used, but we're going to tie one from scratch. This is it's a nymph for Toft Newton, a reservoir up in Lincolnshire. However, it's a nymph that works really well on every reservoir where there's proper feeding fish, and it's got a couple of key triggers in it that make it work really, really well. So we've got to tie this on this is tied for a competition. However, I'm going to tie one from scratch on a proper comb hook, which has got a barb on it. So this is a size 10. That one that you see was on a little barbless size 12, but it's for the benefits of the tying video. We'll tie this one on a 12, sorry, a 10. I'm looking for I did have a tiny bit further that I needed, and now I've lost it, which is typical. Okay, let's just go ahead and tie this. So the first thing we're going to do is we've got to create a bed of tying thread, coming down opposite the point. So I'm opposite the point of the hook there. Let me just see. Right, there's that one. And I'm just looking for some nice cop feathers. This is just a cheapy Chinese cape, but the colour's really good. So if I just pinch some from here, quite long. Grab a fair handful. There we go. So, same length as the body. I'm going to catch it in here. Pinch and loop. And catch that in. Like so. In with the scissors. Just trim that. And we'll just tidy up this this stray bits with some thread wraps. So one of the triggers on this is a thin red holographic tinsel. So we just get a small length of that and catch it in on my side or your side if you're tying with the hook shank. On this little fly, because it's so skinny, I have all the materials going the same way. So I've now got some peacock herring, millions of this stuff. I'm going to take a single long herring, and you want it single, you don't want it doubled over because this is a skinny fly. So tie that in, coming down the hook shank in open turns. Be careful with herring because it's very, very sensitive. It will ping. It'll snap off. So there we go, you've got the herring in place now. So I'm now going to come up in a nice even wraps, come up the hook shank. You can see it's a really skinny body. To round about there. So I've got myself a little bit of space in front of behind the eye of the hook. Give me your scissors. Let's get a quick finish in there. And now we've got to come up with the holographic. 1, 2. Yeah, that's enough there. Come up and secure on the top of the hook shank. Like so. Trim that off. And I always, when I put a rib or something in place, I always stick a little single whip finish in there. So now we've got these bright banana yellow goose biots. Really, really bright. We've got a couple of these each side. 1, 2. A couple of these each side of the hook shank. Tie them in so they're flush along the side of the fly. Same on your side. Like I say, flush. Make sure they're sitting flush. And that one's slipped. They're very slippy goose biots. That's better. You know, usually you can just pull these away a bit because I'm tying it. We didn't want any mistakes, so just trim that. Tidy up the area. Controlled thread wraps like so, and then we're going to come in at an angle. I'm just going to move the vise here a little bit, so I'm going to come in at an angle, snip these off, snip the biots off. So you got the 2 biots there. Get that vise tightened back up again, and then I'm in with this stuff. It's a mix squirrel and a little bit of rabbit and hares here, so I'm going to just quickly do a really tight rope near the biots, like so. And now with that little bit of space that I've got at the head, I'll create a little ball of dubbing so that I can pull everything back. These are nice short fibres, so I just catch this in. Nice short fibres, and pull everything back so it's out the way of the eye, and then tidy that eye area up. Just wet my fingers. And then in and whip finish this. We've got to pull a lot of these fibres out the way and maybe trim some, but the whole point of this nymph's having that bulbous head. So that's your little nymph there. We come in and we just manipulate. Look at that for a nymph. Now the guy that showed me this is a guy up at Toft, my mate Andy Hutson. So I'm giving him the credit for this. He ties the head in a little bit different. I'm a big fan of this catch and loop kind of thing. But there you go. That's him. The Toft nymph, a fly that's unbelievably effective. You can vary the size of the head that you can stick on it, so the less fur on there, the quicker it's got to sink in the water. I prefer it to fish it high up in the water column. If you think anything's too long, just come in, trim. So you've got the option. I quite like that bulb, the fur on the head there. Just a great fly, and obviously those little biots are triggers as well. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. Plenty more videos on there, fly tying and fishing. Hope you enjoyed that. Take care folks. Bye bye.